Brought to you by Pfizer.
Max Sec.
Yeah. Hey, it's OG. I'm just downtown East Side, and Vince.
Vince, yeah.
Vince, yeah. Vince was around when I was down here.
Hey, how you doing?
How long have you been down in the downtown East Side?
Unfortunately, I've been down here for about 25 years.
25 years. What do you find the downtown East Side a lot different now than then?
Well, we all know that Trudeau is the type of guy that's just going to allow more drugs to flow easily and have younger people flow easily and have younger people be doing drugs, because they're basically saying it's okay to do them, and basically everybody here on the downtown East Side are just openly doing drugs, where before they had some class. They would go back home and do it in the room, but
or
now,
the alley,
or the alley, the piss shit alleys, which we're all familiar with. The piss shit alleys, which we're all familiar with. And if you ever come to Vancouver, stay out of the alleys. Okay. If you ever come to Vancouver, stay out of the alleys.
It's all good, buddy.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah. I love it, Smokey. That's the
It's
shit.
true. The alleys now seem to be the sewer system for the downtown East Side, whereas a few years ago they were a little more lively. This is a good friend of mine I used to go to high school with.
You gotta do one of me that says OG
He's
Scotty
probably one of
Skid Row
the best
interview.
graffiti artists in the world, in my opinion. And he has a very distinct style. I have an interview of him somewhere on this channel,
Are you doing that?
but I think I'm gonna do another one. Yeah, back a few years ago, the alleys definitely had a lot more action.
The alleyways are still lively. They're full of rats. Lots of rats. Like, you wake up and there'll be a rat beside you. If you fall asleep in the alley, guaranteed that rat is going to be, there's going to be a rat or two that come up and steal your warmth.
A few people had little houses and everything there. Now, the sidewalks are worse than I've ever seen them.
UBC was doing a study and there was all kinds of rat traps.
Maybe they were giving them COVID shots.
Maybe they were using them as, you know what I mean? They were using them as I don't even want to know what they were doing with them.
The ultimate tool will be a vaccine.
The block between Maine and Colombia is full of about 1,000 new arrivals from Honduras. Most didn't speak a lick of English, but they knew a few certain words, said like this. Rock pedal down, how many? Big one, Papa, big one. Rock pedal down, big one, Papa.
To do them, and basically everybody here on the downtown East Side are just openly doing drugs, where before they had some class. They would go back home and do it in the room, but
Or
now,
the alley.
or the alley, the piss shit alleys, which we're all familiar with.
Yeah.
And if you ever come to Vancouver, stay out of the alleys, okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short is the drug use has become just completely
Brought to you by Pfizer.
like even people like myself who still do drugs. We're totally against this open box where everybody gets to do drugs freely and without no
Brought to you by Pfizer.
repercussions, everything else. The police are completely handcuffed from doing their jobs.
Yeah, the cops. Well, I got a thing about cops. We'll just leave it at that.
It's unfortunate, and it's drug dealers are not worried about having any type of repercussions about being arrested or being charged. The cops will just take the drugs off them and say la vie, and so it's just become almost like a death trap here.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's sanctioned debauchery.
That's about right.
Yeah, because like when we did dope, we like back in the day, you'd score on the street and then you'd go into the alley or take it up into your room and do it. And you know, right now you can't even walk the street because of all the tents.
Like even some of these younger kids, these drug dealers,
Don't worry about
where I don't know if you've seen the sidewalks. Have you showed the sidewalks down here?
Yeah.
Where some older man was in a wheelchair and he had very no. So the guy turned around and stabbed him. So the guy turned around and stabbed him. So the guy turned around and stabbed him.
Wow.
And you can't even walk the streets down here. And the police, you know, what can you do? You know?
Yeah.
Nobody reports nothing down here.
Yeah,
Everybody's afraid to be called a rat.
Yeah.
You know, and it means
And everyone is a rat. There's so many rats down here. Like I remember going to jail and literally seeing people, you know, walk by in the PC thing, and then they're up back on the street because they have dope. There's nobody says
New York, Long Island, Rochester when I was younger. And what blew my mind is when I first came here and these PCs, these people that go around raping women and you know, they openly say it and there's no repercussions. It's just these people that go around raping women and you know, they openly say it and there's no repercussions. It's just completely out of hand. Like, you know, like for whatever reason, they're allowed to do what they're doing. They're bragging about it and nobody does nothing. Like where I come from in Toronto, if somebody finds out that you're a pedophile or, you know, a rat or a fucking a rapist, you get dealt with.
Yeah, it's a little lax here in Vancouver.
Which is really sad and sick, actually.
Yeah, I noticed that too. So, have you noticed it's increased, the homelessness?
Oh, yeah. It's almost like, you know, when being homosexual, it's like something like this. It's like when the homosexuals are saying, oh, it's proud to be gay and all this. And then next thing you know, like the following year in the high schools, you had people that were non-gay that all of a sudden, because it's an in thing to do, you know, and now it's like these kids, you know, coming down here and they're seeing how easy and how lax it is.
And to make money.
Yeah, and they get into an argument with their dad or their mom, and it's like, you know, instead of going and getting a job for $15 an hour, they come down here and they make a fortune off the backs of the people that are very vulnerable. And again, the cops can't do nothing, the government doesn't do nothing, and they're not hurting us. I mean, they're not helping us, they're hurting us. You know, instead of getting a hand up, they're giving us a hand down. That's basically about it. And they don't give a flying shit about anybody down here.
I think that's kind of by design, personally, but I'm a conspiracy theorist, so.
Oh, yeah? Well, they've had these hotels down here, and they knew how bad the hotels were. Like some of the, like they would have, like,
the
say...
Sahotas.
Sahotas are really notorious. If you looked them up, I think it's Sahota.
Yeah.
And
they put the guy in government. What's his name? The NDP guy. They helped put that guy in for sure. They're all.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
But it's gotten out of hand just in the last few years. Like this guy in the grocery store. He owns a couple grocery stores down here, and he said that with the older drug users, they would come in and they buy something and they say please and thank you and everything else. And then you got this newer generation. They just come in and they expect and they steal and they got no manners. They got no morals, no nothing. And that's our society. We're teaching our children to not be respectful and not be respectful to others, but also to themselves. If anybody can do anything, it should start with the family and the government. Never mind these pronouns. I think it should be helping the people. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. They seem to work in all these poverty, like DERA and that. You seem to get that type of person working there. Well, I call them poverty pimps.
Yeah, well, they say that they spend over $1 million a day in the downtown east side in all these different outreach programs.
Yeah.
And back in like 20 years ago, they did a 4-pillar harm reduction. Now, in 20 years, you can imagine $1 million a year times 20 years, like, you know, and it hasn't changed. It's gotten worse.
It's gotten worse.
So
yeah.
don't tell me the government has not been putting these fake contracts or these whatever, and they just write off half the money, and then the rest of them, they just put money in their pockets, and it's like, okay, we helped, and, you know, we start up a job program, but what, that cost $20 million? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot of corruption. It's not just down here, it's the government.
It trickles down, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I've been saying. So,
And that's a good point. It does. It
Yeah.
trickles down from the top, and, you know, this is how they structure society, and if this is what they think society is going to be all about, and this is their vision of
there's
society,
utopia.
you know, yeah.
All right.
Feel sorry for the white guy.
Thanks,
Okay, buddy.
thanks.
Thank you.
It'll be up in a couple days.
All right.
It's OG Scotty Skid Row interview. See, my
Okay.
battery's dying, so take your time. No problem. I'd like to thank Vince for a great interview. Here's some bonus footage for you. And I need to go to bed now. I've been editing this video all night. It's just after 6:30 in the morning, so I still have to upload it. I think I'm going to do that in a couple hours. Thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate it. And I really do like making videos. So I hope you enjoy them. God bless you all. And let's just try to find a way to work it out.